We go through so many changes in our lives, and when we decide that we do not fit in with past environments, with past identities, it can be really, really difficult and confusing to allow ourselves to allow ourselves to change into who we are becoming. And sometimes who we are becoming requires us to literally kill off the person that we have been. And with that, kill off all the old environments we have been attached to, all the old people that we've been attached to, things we have rooted our identity in. And this is so difficult sometimes to accept, not just for us to accept, but for the people around us to accept as well, that each person has their own path, their own karma, their own destiny, their own pull, their own purpose. It is not up to us to understand anybody. We don't have that ability. Only God has that ability. So therefore, it's not up to us to judge anybody else. We don't have that ability. We don't have that propensity, that power. It's just not possible. So when we try to judge another, we're only judging ourselves and keeping ourselves in cycles of judgment. And we are keeping ourselves stifled as well, not able to express ourselves fully because we are judging someone else for being in their pure natural expression. So it's very important to allow yourself to change, to allow yourself to accept yourself, to allow yourself to accept others, to allow yourself to grow and mature and pursue paths that may seem unconventional or may seem unordinary to others. Sometimes unordinary people have to do unordinary things because that is exactly what they signed up for in this life. So if somebody doesn't understand you, if people don't get you, don't worry about them. Keep your eye on the prize. Stay focused on your craft and make sure to excel at anything and everything that we do. Because what else do we have if not that? What else do we have if not greatness? There's no other option. The process of self-investment, the process of self-development will last your entire life. It doesn't end. It doesn't stop. So never forfeit your growth for anybody else, for anything else, for any person, for any relationship, for any family member. Every single individual has their own path, purpose, and potential, and the rest of the world has the job to watch. So take it from me that if your path is not clear yet, just keep walking and don't worry, it will appear shortly, because as we walk, the way appears. And what you are doing may not be obvious to other people. Inventors and creators and artists, like, they are not easily digestible by society because society is society. People are used to figuring others out and sticking them in boxes. People are used to adaptation, to conformation, for people to conform. But then there's the select few that don't conform under any standards, that don't listen to the trends and the fads of society, but instead rise above and create them. There are the people that are the trailblazers, the underdogs, the people that others doubt the most, that end up being the most talented and skilled and able in what they go out and choose to do. And so if you're not taking example from such people yet, don't worry, you will soon. Because these individuals have a great legacy ahead of them. These individuals have much to conquer, have much to excel at, have much to exceed, much expectations, and they're about to. Don't ever allow yourself to stop learning. Don't ever allow yourself to get complacent with the information that you know. Because you don't know what you don't know, and oh, there is so much you don't know, and there is so much that the world can teach you. There is so much that others can teach you. So remain humble, remain a student of life. Even as you accumulate your accolades, remain humble and understand that you came into this world with nothing, and you will be leaving with nothing as well. And whatever you can take along the way to help expand your soul, to help situate yourself with God, and to help ensure that you do not take another life here in the cycle of birth and death, let it be so. And always pursue the path of your highest potential. your greatest potential, which will always start and end with your soul and the spiritual development that you accrue throughout this lifetime. It doesn't have to look like the spiritual development of anybody else. It doesn't have to look perfect to anybody on paper or otherwise. You are not here to prove yourself. You are here to live and to experience everything that comes with living. Society sees things in black and white, and that is exactly why it is stuck. The average person works for somebody else, doesn't know themselves, and ends up getting stuck in positions and situations with little to no way out because they have not learned the intricacies of the mind. They have not understood themselves as energy, ever flowing and ever changing. They do not allow themselves to change. Albert Einstein said, "The greatest mark of intelligence is one's own ability to change themselves." Why? Because when we change, we step into a new identity. We step into a new caliber of being. And we thereby attract a completely different life, because it is only through our karmas that a different life can be born. It is only through the vibrations that we choose to hold on to and emit that reality forms outside of us and through us. So if you do not change, you are stuck, and your life will reflect that stuckness. Take it from me. You think that it was easy to get to where I'm at personally? None of it is easy. None of it ever is, and it never will be. So get used to things being difficult and get excited about the possibility of challenges ahead, because these challenges will force you to change. They will make you change. And as you change into different versions and iterations of yourself, your life will reflect each iteration. So you can actually choose any timeline that you want, and you can sit there and allow for reality to unfold around you. Your heart's desires and your dreams, they're not far out of reach. They're not far away. They're right within you. They're a vibrational shift away. You can have them in 1 second, in a mere second. When I speak, I'm speaking to thousands of you, and hopefully one day millions. In person, online, it doesn't matter to me. I'm speaking to you, and I'm always speaking to the individual. It doesn't matter how many eyes are on me. My love, my message, my care, my need to reach you is direct to you. It is always one-on-one coaching. I'm here for you because I know exactly how it feels to have nobody there for you, to have your life just be between you and God. I understand that so well. I understand what it feels like to be so depressed that you have no hope anymore, that you have no way out, that you cannot find a way out. I know what it feels like to have money issues and money shortages, wondering how you are going to eat your next meal. I know how that feels. I know how it feels to feel like God has abandoned you, left you with health issues that there's no way to solve, left you with even anxiety and depression and PTSD. I know what it feels like to have your own nervous system attack you. I know what it feels like to never feel safe, to feel abused by people around you, the people around you that were supposed to love you most, because their energy is predatory. Their energy is one of abuse. They have not healed themselves. They abuse themselves, and so they will abuse you. I know how that feels. But through God, all things are possible. God, at any point in time, can wave his magic wand and change things for you in your life instantaneously. It does not require logic on your part. It just requires trust. So, you don't need to have faith in yourself. You need to have faith in God and ask God for the ability to change if that is what you want. Ask God for the riches and the wealth and the intelligence to be able to handle it. Ask God for the perfect partner and the perfect patience to accompany it. And always make sure to understand your desires fully so that you don't dive headfirst into them without understanding what they will entail. That is why the best desire that one could desire is closeness with God, because he's omnipotent. He's all-knowing. He knows everything. So You don't need an escape route, because you don't need to even get yourself into a situation that you can't get out of. All you need to do is ask him the right path. Ask him what the right path is. Ask him where to go. Ask him how to change. Ask him what identity to step into. He will show you. He will tell you. And he always wants the highest and the best for you. God is not through religion. God is not through institution. God is not through dogma or through people. God is found in you. That is your ability. That is your power. That is your God-given birthright. That is your birthright, to be able to tap into him. And he is everywhere. But first, he is within your heart. And when you can learn how to communicate with him, how to form a bond, form a relationship, all of your material relationships will turn spiritual. You won't need things from people, because you get them from him. You get your money from him, your purpose from him, your direction from him. You shop intuitively, thinking of him. You dress for him. You decorate your body as if it's his. You treat your body as if it's his. Oh, there's no limit to the closeness that we can get with God. I want you to abandon all religion and turn inward. You are not a sinner. You are a saint. But you have to realize it. You have to realize it. That's the point. You are a saint because of your soul, not because of your ego. So abandon the ego and all attachment to the material world, including the body and the six senses, including the mind, and turn inward to God and call for him. Ask him. Plead for him. Beg for him. Surrender your life unto him. All you need is silence, solitude. And he's right there within you, waiting for you, as he has been for lifetimes. My story is not normal. My story is not ordinary. My story is one of a lot of difficulty, a lot of trial and turmoil that looks beautiful on the outside, a lot of abuse and depression, a lot of darkness. And my life has been perfect. Not despite all of it, but because of it. Because I realized God's hand in every challenge, how he was giving me challenges just to strengthen me, just to allow for me to become who I am in the purest of senses, the I am that no mortal will see, but only he will see, and he does see. Because God knows us better than anybody does, even better than ourselves. So if you want to really know who you are, first seek and try to understand him. And then he will show you you. He will show you who you really are, the real you. The soul which is never created and never destroyed. A child. Beauty. Purity. Realness. He will show you. And every single person is deserving of his love. Human beings try to seek love in other people and in their accolades and in money. They want respect from the world and from society. I get it, of course. But it's not from the outside in that things happen. It's from the inside out. So all this that you want, love and money, reciprocity, respect, it comes from him. And so when we can learn to love him, to fall in love with him, to have a relationship with him as if he is our lover or our husband or our father or our child, then that is the perfection of life. That is bhakti. That is what we are here to do. And anything less than that is just a skewed enactment of the ego here. It's just a limiting perception of reality. It's illusion. A clear way to understand this is to look at time. You don't really remember what you were doing exactly 7 days ago at 5 p.m., right? That just proves to you that every single moment is now. What you do now affects and impacts your future, yes, and that is the truest in terms of energy and vibration and the vibrational state that you hold. That is why we turn to God, because we can live in love right here and right now. We can live in bhakti, pure unconditional devotion for him right here and right now. So our future is secured. Our future is secured. Our liberation is secured. It's the best investment one can make. So understand that the only moment is now. The only moment that is real is now, and he is found in the now. In the silence of the now, his voice rings, his love rings true for us and all-encompassing for us. That is how we can recognize and realize him. And he is the best gift I have ever experienced and been given the chance to experience. He is beauty, he is health, he is fame, he is abundance. And people do not know how many different forms he takes. Vishnu can take any form, any form. There are so many devatas, there are so many divine beings that are constantly enacting their pastimes, that are constantly playing up in the higher realms, which are accessed via states of consciousness. They are experiencing God. They're experiencing Krishna Bal, God as a baby. They're experiencing him as a child. They're experiencing him as an adult, as a warrior, as a fighter, as a saint. There's so many ways to experience Krishna. There's so many ways to experience God. And Krishna and Christ are synonymous. They are the same energy. That's why I told you before to abandon all ideas of conceptual material religion, because it will only confuse you if you try to look at the differences between things. Instead, try to look for the similarities between things. Try to look at the underlying truth, and you will find truth if you seek it. That is what my life has taught me. Everything I told you about being so down and out, being so depressed, not having a will to live, not seeing anything ahead of me. That was ordained. That was supposed to happen. Our life is so perfectly orchestrated. It was supposed to happen so that I could seek truth, so that I can ask big questions about who am I, what is my purpose, what is the point of life, what is the purpose of human life, what is everyone's purpose. Kids are dying overseas. What is their purpose? Why do they have to die? What is the point? And then you learn that death is not final, and neither is birth. You learn that there is no beginning or end to creation. There's only constancy, consistency. You learn the three modes of material nature: goodness, passion, and ignorance. You learn the three states of the universe: creation, maintenance, and destruction. You learn how God is everything, everything, everything. There's not anything that is not him, which is crazy, so reassuring and so beautiful. Oh, how we are loved. Oh, how we are cared for. Oh, how we are taken care of. That is why abandon as well any sense of duality or attachment with the body or the ego or the identity that you have, or the name or accolades or whatever. Detach from any grudges that you hold to any person or people. No, everything happens with God's signature stamp on it. So he approves things. So you want your karma changed? Do you want your life changed? You go to him. You go to him. There is a reason why Hanuman burnt an entire city. He burnt Sri Lanka for the purpose of salvaging Sitaram, right? For salvaging Ram and Sita, because he needed to destroy. Such was his devotion. His devotion was so strong that he needed to destroy that which could not stay anymore. It was not right to stay anymore the way it had been, because justice needed to be served. So in the same way, burn down, use the fire of love for God to burn down the ego that you have, the attachments that you have to any people or places or situations or grudges. Nobody has done anything to you. It has all been based off of what you have attracted in. It has all been based off of your vibration that you, before your birth, allowed for things to set in motion because of. Do you understand? Everything is karma. Everything is justice. So forgive people. Let people think what they want. You do your dharma, you do your duty as Krishna has instructed Arjuna throughout the entire Bhagavad Gita, which is a guidebook for human life. Arjuna asked the most important questions to Krishna so that humanity has the ability to understand these questions and to understand the personality of Godhead. So read and pursue truth. Seek truth and you will find it always. And your life will be unrecognizable. You will become cleansed, purified, happy, guys. Society cannot give you happiness. Money cannot. People cannot. Accolades cannot. God can. And loving Him can. And having a relationship with Him can. Oh, it can change your whole life. He took me from not just depressed and this and that. I was angry. I was upset. I grew up in a household of, abuse. I was not allowed to be a child. Anything that I did or said that was not okay, I would get beaten up for it. I was raised military style. So, as you grow into adulthood, you are taught how to be good. You're taught to people please, right? So that was my story. And so there's so many times I wanted to just out myself because I was like, my life has no point. My life has no point. And I was used to giving. I was used to giving and not receiving in terms of my love, my energy, my care, my emotional intelligence. I was not at all ever surrounded with people that were emotionally aware, emotionally intelligent. They were not sensitive. And it was just a pattern. I always attracted people that were like that were either, really brash or mean or narcissistic or abusive, right? Because I would allow it. And not only would I allow it, my energy would attract it. My energy would feed it, would feed those types of people. So the friends I had, predatory, and not of their own fault. It was just the way that they were with me, and vice versa. They're not like that as people. This is how vibration is so precise. And God came and healed me